Before I get started with this commentary, let me give a shout out to Lisa Cabrera because she was the first person I saw actually talk about this. And I'm going to be honest, if she didn't talk about this, I probably wouldn't have spoken on it. Because remember how I was telling you with the string of killings that these PC cops have done to black people in the last year or so, last 2 years, honestly, how I just knew that Derek Chauvin, Kim Potter, and I even know the McMichaels weren't cops, and neither was William Roddy Bryan. I just knew that they were going to be found guilty, even though Kim Potter got a light sentence herself, a very light sentence. At least she is serving some kind of time, even though it's weak as hell. I just knew that when it came to Breonna Taylor and the 3 pigs that were involved with her murder, that they were not going to get any time. That was the one when people asked me, what did I think of it? I said, nothing's going to happen. I said, that's the one I'm not hopeful about. I said, that's the one I know they're going to walk free. Like, they literally had the cards stacked in their favor from the get-go. From the get-go. And there's one person that comes to mind who I hold very heavily responsible for this, and that is none other than Daniel Cameron. That Sambo right there literally entered in my top 10, will actually crack the top 5 Sambos on the planet in one fell swoop since we knew of his existence. Remember, this is the same guy that got on a video and wished everybody a happy Halloween with his PC wife. Like, who does that? You don't wish no people a happy Halloween. Who? Really? You usually think of, when something like that, you think of maybe Thanksgiving or Christmas. But Halloween? Really? I said that cornball. But anyway. There was the other cop that was giving me issues was the other one. I forget his name. I think his name was, I forget it. But he was the one that tried to write that book. He did write a book, and I think he ended up finding a publisher. But the one we're talking about today is Brett Hankinson. And as you can see right here he is on the stand right now crying. And by the way, plot twist was not really a plot twist. Spoiler alert. He was found not guilty of wanton endangerment. And in case y'all don't know what wanton endangerment is basically when you're shooting inside of someone, one dwelling, and the bullet goes into another dwelling and possibly endangers the people that's living over there. Basically like almost like a wrongful injury or a wrongful death thing, if it comes to that. But he was found not guilty of even that. So I know that they might as well not even go any further with the situation involving with his role when it comes to Breonna Taylor. Remember, these are the same people that initially charged Kenneth Walker with attempted murder of them when he was trying to protect himself. I keep telling people that stand your ground thing doesn't work for black people. I can't think of one black person that stand your ground law has worked for successfully. I can't think of one, and I probably won't find any. But he basically was able to walk away from the wanton endangerment, and that was the lightest sentence. As a matter of fact, I think that was the only thing he was charged with. He was not charged with anything else in connection to actually shooting or aiding in the shooting and killing of Breonna Taylor. They charged him with the crime of shooting into someone else's living quarters. I said, oh yeah, they might as well have charged him with anything at all. He's going to end up just simply walking. And that's exactly what happened. But what I wanted to talk about and why he was crying is because apparently he was on the stand, as you can see right here. And he said he started to cry on the stand when it came in connection with Breonna Taylor and what happened at her home. Are you all noticing a pattern here where PC gets up on the stand, man or woman, and just starts letting out these crocodile tears that don't mean shit to any of us? But they get on there, shed them little tears, and we're supposed to just feel bad for them. Because remember, Kyle Rittenhouse did it. He did it twice. He did it while he was on the stand, and then did it when they said he was not guilty. And he did the whole theatrical thing. Kim Potter did it. And now he's doing it. And It only works when they do it, even though they know them shits is not sincere. It is not sincere at all. He's probably smiling right now, and he's probably going to be going on his own little tour. His attorneys are probably going to try to appeal something. It's crazy. The only person out of this whole situation that got the heaviest charges their way was the person that was defending their home, and that person was Kenneth Walker. They got the heaviest charges out of this whole situation. They tried to make it seem like he was the one, that it was partially his fault that what happened to Breonna Taylor, and not the ones who actually came in there guns a-blazing and didn't even announce themselves. Remember, this was a no-knock raid that they did. And he's the one at fault for it. Not the person in the picture or the other two pigs. I don't even know who the other one is, because they barely talk about him. They barely talk about this one, but they really talk more about that other one, that cocky motherfucker who wants to always peddle that damn ugly ass book. But I'm not shocked, nor am I surprised. Like I said, I called it. I said this was the one case right here that I was shaky on, that I just said, I think they're gonna walk. And I can't even say there, because it's only him. The one who with the book, he's not on trial. The other one, he's not on trial. I think this one right here was the only one who was charged with something. And it was a weak charge. When I saw that, I said, yeah, he's going to walk. When I saw that he was the only one charged with something, and mind you, he did not get fired until like June of 2020. Breonna Taylor was killed back in March of 2020, and they still kept all three of them pigs on the force, and he was the only one, as far as I know, that got fired. The rest of them, the other two, I think they got like what, administrative leave, or they let them resign or something. He was the only one that got terminated, quote unquote. And he was the only one that got charged with something out of the three that were there that night. And now he got found not guilty for this wanton endangerment. Like I said, why did they even have a trial? And he can spare me the tears, because that doesn't work over here. That little Jedi mind trick does not work over here. Brett Hankinson and those other two pigs are some weak ass males. They are some weak ass XY chromosome carrying males. I can't even bring myself to call them men. Because why? You got a grown ass man on the stand trying to force out these damn tears. Let me show you another picture. Look at this pathetic ass shit. I swear the jokes sometimes just write themselves. I'm glad the person captured this, to just show the fakeness of it all, because it is fake. This is so phony. They want us to believe that this man actually is crying because he was somehow traumatized, or is experiencing some PTSD about what happened that night. You know who else is crying right now? Breonna Taylor's family, and I'm sure Kenneth Walker as well, because they have had to go every single day for the last 2 years of knowing the nightmare of what happened that night, especially Kenneth Walker, because he could have died too. And he was there, so he's traumatized the most because he was in the middle of it all. Those are the only people I feel bad for. Him and them other two, especially that cocky bastard that's peddling that book. They can all go straight to the lower room for all I give a damn. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you are new, make sure you hit that bell to be notified for the next time I go live or upload a new video.